Jake, I volunteered with Catherine at church on Wednesday night. Awana night, baby.
Oh, okay. Cool.
We volunteered in Bo's classroom, so like 3 and 4 year old kids. And there was a kid in there named Grayson, and you're going to like Grayson.
Okay.
First of all, he's just that classic kid who's like, you want to see how fast I can run? And just sprints around the whole classroom. I was like, okay, bud, that's fast. But he was like kind of well-behaved, like fun, you know.
That's
like,
what I did last week when I ran a mile with Rachel. I was like, this is kind of fun. Do you want to see if I can go faster and like run in like lines?
Do you want to see like my shoes, if my shoes light up? But Grayson, I am not positive all these things, but I swear he said these things. So there was one time we were playing this game. What were we talking about? And Noah's Ark, I think, is what the Wednesday night was. So we had all these stuffed animal beanie babies. And we were playing a game where you literally just threw the stuffed animal beanie baby into the little bucket. And
little cornhole.
Dude, I was so proud. You know, like one at a time. Catherine's so good at like controlling these 3-year-old kids. Like, come on up. You know, okay, it's Bo's turn. Come on up, Bo. And I was so proud. Bo throws in and goes, Kobe. And I was like, my guy. And so we were like, that was awesome, Bo. Yeah, Kobe. You know, all these other kids were just kind of silent and just throwing it in there.
Funny he says that.
Kobe. And then, you know, he kind of like just throws it. Kobe Bryant's an NBA basketball player, Timon. He's dead now, so don't laugh at him, please. But then this Grayson kid comes up and just out of nowhere just goes, yeet, and just throws it. And I'm like, did he just say yeet? And I'm like, okay, he must have older brother, whatever. It's really hard to like ask these kids about their siblings or whatever, but I just assumed. And then I swear, dude, I'm not positive, but I swear he was like showing me something on his page and he's like, yeah, and this is pretty chuggy right here. And I'm like, there's no way you just said chuggy. There's no way he just said that. Can you like a 3-year-old just being like, yeah, this, like, can you imagine Bo being like, yeah, Dad, I was going to draw that, but it's pretty chuggy. You know, like this kid was just like,
Hattie, no cap, but I don't like those pajamas.
Bo, did you go potty? I did. No cap. No cap, Dad. No cap. Oh,
Bo, hey, if you're going to go play outside, you need a coat. Low-key, you're right. I do.
Can I wear my green coat? That one's bussin'.
I don't know. We're trying our best.
Yeah. Timon, do one.
Timon, give us a word.
I can't think of. I'm thinking of all the like not actually Gen Z what people say are.
Well, that's what we are.
Mom, I'm hungry. All right, we got sweet potatoes. I want Tide Pods. Nice. right, like Gen Z.
Oh, you're always eating those. Yeah. Rosie slapped me in the face. Well, why is that a big deal? Yeah, I don't know. It just hit different. Roll it. Why not? Come on.
2 hands up.
Touchdown. Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Anyway, that's pretty funny though. The idea of like this 20-year-old TikToker is trapped in a 3-year-old's body, being forced to shoot Beanie Babies into a bucket.
Man, I mean, he yelled yeet and and it made it too, which was awesome. Like just style points for Grayson. Shout out to him.
I remember one time when I was worked for K-Life, I took my 7th grade small group boys. We just went and volunteered at like a old folks home, and they brought out the cornhole set that the old folks play with, and they couldn't like get out of their seat. And it was kind of an adjusted cornhole where it's kind of at an angle, where it's not like a flat piece of board. You know,
like a higher angle, so yeah, it's a little more forgiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anyway, there was one old lady there who was a ringer. Like everyone else, you know, you're trying to you're like waking them up almost. Like, hey, stay with us.
Go on.
Stay with it. No, throw it. You know, they throw it anywhere. Hey, good try. But there was one lady who just like was just like darting it in there, just like the 10 and the 20, and there's the 50, bang, and the Steph Curry of the old lady's home. It was awesome.
She wasn't going underhand though. Did you call her out on that? I mean, is it allowed to go overhand?
I don't know. I mean, they were seated, so I mean, there were no rules here. They didn't even stand up to do it, so they just like they're in like a wheelchair and just kind of rocking back and forth.
Sing. They've got some momentum going. Gladys! Oh, yeah!
Bang!
You guys are like screaming. They can't even hear you. I've told you about my grandma. Like my grandma lives in a retirement community or whatever, and there's somebody like they have a plaque for perfect games on Wii Bowling. And there's like 5 names on there. It's the same guy every time. I just love that. Like one guy is like, I'm gonna get on that plaque again though.
And like he did it once.
Chase that
yeah,
high.
he needs another. He needs it again.
Yeah.
He needs more.
Just love the idea of him just sitting there just throwing his bowling stick.
That's why I always like the Xbox Connect over the Wii Bowling, because Wii Bowling you could find ways to manipulate it. Where like I could do this sitting down. I just do the motion. All it knows is what your right wrist is doing. Xbox Connect, full body. It's great.
Yeah, I never really got into the Connect. Just Dance was Connect, right?
Yeah, I think they had them on both platforms. But there was like some dancing ones. Me and my sister loved doing the dancing ones, and then there was the Olympics too, which was really fun.
Okay,
I remember like you just sprint in place and you would jump to hurdle, or you do the javelin, and you get down there and get sweaty. It was really fun. It was way ahead of its time. Because I still see Xbox Connects are being used in like I've seen TSA use them to like scan, like do like a 3D scan of like your bag and stuff. I've seen people. I was in this little museum thing in Wyoming one time.
Sounds fun.
There was an Xbox limo trip. You know, anytime you're like, why were you doing that? And it's like, limo trip. That's
why not? You see a brown sign on the highway, you're like, well, we gotta stop there.
I don't know.
It's a museum.
The Xbox Connect was above us, and there was also a projector above us shooting down like little colors. Basically, you're playing with a sandbox, and if you moved a bunch of sand to create kind of like a mountain or whatever, then the top of that would like change colors, and then every now and then it would rain. And so you could build like your own little thing.
Whoa.
Like fake rain, just with a projector. Like it would just show like blue water coming down.
Okay.
And so you could build like mountains and see like runoff and see like how the rivers are formed and all this stuff.
Wow.
Using this Xbox Connect technology that knew like, oh, this is higher up, then this is lower.
That sounds like one of those things that I would try for 1 minute and be like, okay, I don't really understand this. And you would get into it and be like, well, I got to figure out how to make a tributary.
Watch how fast I can run.
Yeah, let me figure out how to get this thing all the way, from top to bottom. So,
speaking of the limo trip, I feel like I've been taking a lot of Ty and Kyle this weekend. So one of Ty's old roommates, I think I met this guy when we first started the limo trip because he was living with Ty in Oklahoma City. His name is Bo Shelby. I should know.
okay.
We're real tight. Yeah. No, but his name's Bo. And he there it is. Yeah, Bo Shelby. Okay, there it is. So basically on Friday, I see Ty on his Instagram story, on his Facebook story, being like, hey, I'm going to take over for Bo's accounts because Bo is going to be doing a backyard ultra marathon.
What?
You ever heard of this?
No.
Any guesses what a backyard ultra is?
I mean, I would just assume it's like a ton of small fitness challenges, like pull-ups and push-ups and lunges and stuff like that.
The Kaylee Thompson.
Yes.
Fitness test. So let's see if I can remember this. So the backyard ultra, at least the one Bo was running, is there's like a lap you have to do.
Okay.
This lap is 4 miles. You have an hour to complete a lap. So you can run it in 40 minutes. You can run it in 60 minutes.
Okay.
But whatever time when you get done running your lap, you get to rest for a little bit.
Yeah.
And at the start of the next hour, you have to start running again.
Oh, interesting.
So every hour, run 4 miles.
So it's not literally in the backyard, though.
It's not. I think it's like around an elementary school or something.
Okay.
It's like, not taking over the streets.
He's doing it by himself, though?
No, it is. It started with like 50 some people, 70 some people. I don't know. And it's just like last man standing.
Oh, wow.
So it was really interesting.
Whoa.
Like, if like I see this, I'm like, wow, that's fascinating. So you just run. Because like the very beginning, it was just like, hey, he runs 4 miles, he comes back, he's just like kind of hanging out with his friends. There's a tent that looks like tailgating. It's kind of fun. And you're starting to see more and more updates. And Ty's doing all of them. And you're like, all right, we're down to like, it's been 8 hours. They ran 32 miles.
Wow.
We're down to
What's
40
this guy
some
look
people.
like? Does he look
He's
very,
shredded.
very fit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very shredded. But not like crazy skinny. Just a white guy from Oklahoma.
I mean, I don't know anything about running, but what's the strategy as far like it feels like sometimes when you stop, at least as far as like playing basketball or something, it hurts so much to get started again.
Yeah.
But if you're running that many miles, you also need to rest some.
Yeah, I would have loved to have been there and seen him more because I'm trying to figure out all I can from Instagram. I was fascinated by it. I mean, it seems like because everyone was asking questions. Ty did a really good job on Instagram, just like having everyone asking questions. He's answering all the questions. Like he brought, I think, 1,000 pair of socks or something. So he was always changing socks.
Okay.
He had calf sleeves. He was getting off his feet. He was like getting his like feet like rubbed and stuff.
Like keep the circulation going.
Yeah.
Even when you're resting. Okay.
But then comes a certain point where he's ran, it just all day. Now it's midnight. Well, now he's getting kind of tired. So at a certain point, now he comes back and he's trying to nap. He's trying to run, 4 miles in 45 minutes and nap for 15. Yeah, but he also needs to keep eating too, because you only have a limited time to like, sustain yourself.
This is, oh, wow.
And so Ty and his girlfriend, Megan, it seems like they were in charge of just like keeping Bo alive. So they would take shifts sleeping and staying awake and cooking for Bo and like massaging Bo. They were just like his team.
Wow.
Kyle was also there as well. So it was like, this is like 2/3 of the limo crew pulling this off. So it starts Friday. He runs all during the day, all through the night. There's like 10 people left or so. Saturday, continues to run all during the day, all during the night.
No way.
Yeah. Just like didn't sleep really for like 2 days. It's just like, sleeping when he can, eating when he can. And anyway, I took a screenshot of it. He ended up finishing second. It was like him and a guy named Greg for just like 10 hours. It was just one-on-one.
Greg! Oh, don't give it to Greg. Greg's a cheater. What did he do?
Yeah.
How many miles?
I don't know. Well, I think once Bo like gave in, then Greg just won. I don't think he kept running.
Right. But
so Bo ended up at 237 miles in 57 hours.
Oh my
So he ran
goodness.
for 57 hours straight, basically. So 2.5 days or so.
Wow.
So it was from, I think, what would that be? Yeah, from Friday into Monday morning.
Wow.
No, from Saturday into Monday morning, I think.
Or Friday into Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
It was crazy. I mean, every time I would open Instagram, like, oh yeah, the whole time I've been performing, Bo has been running. Open it again. Oh wow, the whole time I've been golfing, Bo's been running.
Okay, so question number whatever. Did Ty continue to stay up this whole time, or did he have shifts?
Yeah, him and Megan would take shifts, and one of them was always awake and like monitoring Bo and like keeping the social media active. So it was kind of a tough weekend for them too. Probably. I mean, they weren't getting a ton of sleep. They're cooking constantly and preparing stuff, and
obviously not the same kind of grueling intensity, but yeah. They'd be very tired too. And it'd be hard for them to complain about it because this other guy. Well,
it's like being the husband during childbirth. Like, man, I've been on my feet a lot.
Yeah, right. I am wiped. Oh man, that's so interesting. Cause like in high school, we had to walk 16-minute or less mile. And it wasn't that hard.
Okay. 16. I don't know what I would walk a mile in.
I bet if you're walking, like you have to walk kind of briskly for 16.
Okay. Like an airport walk.
Yeah. Like a pretty like comfortable fast walk is a 16-minute mile, I think. And so, yeah, for me, I'm like, okay, 15-minute mile. What if I just like jogged for a quarter mile and then just walked the rest? But then you would have no time to rest.
No time to rest.
Because I was thinking like, okay, I could do that for probably, I don't know how many miles I could walk, but I think I could do a decent amount, but not 50 some hours. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
57 hours. Every hour he ran 4 miles.
What's that math?
Even just thinking like, forget the time. Just think like, what'd you do this weekend? I ran 237 miles. You're like, I mean, that's not physically possible. You can't run.
No, you didn't. Yeah, no, you didn't.
Yeah, just over 2 days, I ran 237 miles.
Wow.
So that was the coolest thing. I even was like sending in videos. I became such a fan. I was just like, I was commenting and I was just like, I was like, I don't watch reality TV. This is all I have. Yeah. I am rooting so hard for Bo. I love keeping up with it. I was like, I haven't cheered on something like this since like season 4 of American Idol, probably. And like, this is brought out something in me. So it was fascinating to keep up with.
Well, okay. Did they like document how fast he was running these miles?
I think he would aim for 50 minutes. Okay. Or sorry, for the 4 miles.
Okay.
So
it's like 12-minute miles or so.
Yeah, 12 and a half.
Wow. Because I'm sure somebody like him could run it in, 7 minutes if he wanted to.
Probably, yeah. But then what does that do to your body? How much more tired are you probably?
Yeah, I'm sure mentally, you got to find a balance of like, I have to pace myself.
It was kind of fun too. You'd see updates that were like ups and downs. There's like story arcs to it. They were like, hey, everyone, like, just to let you know, this could be, this is like Sunday or something. This could be about the end. Bo is really hurting. His shins give him problems. He's tired. He says he's really hungry. So, yada, yada. And then the next day update would be, all right, I just saw Bo. He said, I thought about quitting but I don't even care anymore.
Wow.
And he's like, so we're back. And then he's like, and we're seeing him smile like we haven't seen in a few hours. Like he is going crazy. But, you know, and it was just really fun updates, just like checking in and seeing what's going on.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like, is this guy like an accomplished like Ironman? Like, has he done all that? And he's like, I'm just going to do 200 some miles.
Ultra marathons now.
Yeah.
I've been seeing him running a lot more over the past like year or so, but maybe he's always been doing that stuff and just wasn't paying attention.
Good for him, man. Let's talk about our other friend who's a marathon runner, Zach Warehan. I think Zach listens to the podcast. He's one of our favorite people in the world, and we've talked about him plenty, I'm sure, in the past.
Yeah,
Ugly Joes. Yeah, Ugly Joes. All sorts of different things.
When the Royals had their big playoff run, when, you know, I just moved to Kansas City, Zach had just moved to Kansas City, we'd go to Ugly Joe's, whoever needed a big win. We never saw the Royals lose at Ugly Joe's.
It was magical.
And to the point where one time Zach went to the bathroom and the Royals rallied.
Yeah.
And so we all made Zach watch the rest of the game in the bathroom. And your dad was in on it too.
Yeah, my dad was like, one of the bros, and thought it was the most hilarious thing that Zach stayed in the bathroom because there was a TV in the bathroom. Anyway, so Zach's awesome, and just recently has like really gotten into fitness and doing Ironmans and stuff. Anyway, he texts Jake, Brad, Peter, Isaac last night and says, guys, I'm moving to Kansas City. Something like that.
Yeah.
And dude, I was so pumped. I literally saw it and I said, Catherine, guess who just texted us this?
Yeah.
And she gave me a few guesses. I was like, you're going to be more excited than any of those people that you just guessed. Zach Warehan. She was so pumped.
The group chat was on fire.
We loved when Zach lived in Kansas City. He was part of the Bieber video with us.
Yeah.
You know, he's just a fun dude. So
he and his wife both worked at K West with me.
Yeah. Yeah. So like just great people. And I was like telling Rachel about Zach last night as we were driving to watch the Chiefs game. And yeah, just was like, he's like one of the most likable people. He has such great conversation skills and whatever. And then he pulls the okey doke on us. That is like the only flaw of Zach Warehan is this like weird like quirk that he does where he like, we're like so pumped. We're like, oh, it's going to be awesome. You're going to be in Kansas City. This is such great news. And then like probably an hour after he sends this initial text, he just goes, oh, but I should have said it's only going to be for about 5 weeks. And I was dumbfounded.
We were deflated. This was worse than Marquez Valdez-Scantling dropping that touchdown.
I don't care if the Chiefs lose every game. If Zach Warehan loses in Kansas City, I'd be fine. But like, it went from me being like, I can't wait to be best friends with Zach and like hang out with him and get him involved in X, Y, whatever, to I'm not going to see him all 5 weeks that he's here just to boycott him. And I'm going to make sure my friends don't see him either.
You said, let's
like, I want his life to be a living hell. Like,
yeah, you said that last night. You're like, let's make this the worst 5 weeks of his life.
Let's do it, dude. Let's like, I was so like, I can't believe him.
It's such a funny thing to, an hour after everyone's been really excited, an hour after the dust is settled, like, oh,
I should have told
by
you.
the way, I'm barely really living there.
Yeah. Living is a strong word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, did you live in Branson when you worked at camp? Kinda.
Yeah, I didn't
and that
move
was like
there,
3
though.
months.
I didn't move there.
Right. I'm moving. Oh my gosh. I was bummed. So I'm not going to help him train for ultra marathons if he's here. I'm just going to say that right now.
Yeah, what was his initial text was, I'm moving back to Kansas City.
He knew what he was doing.
He dropped the M word.
He played us.
I'm moving back. He said, this is the closest I've gotten to moving back for good. So I'm chalking it up as a dub. And no one responded.
I was pretty bummed about it, but anyway, Jake, you went to some cities.
Yeah, I've been all over. We did 6 shows this weekend, so it was a lot, but they were very, very fun. To be completely honest, I was feeling a little bummed about my act or just like stand up in general. I feel like after the CVO show, which I think I'm going to talk more about that on Patreon.
Okay.
I don't want to put it out there publicly, but there were just some things said, and I don't know. I just didn't feel like I was totally appreciated, but it made me feel bad. It made me feel like I, have some flaws and some things. And so I don't know. I just going into this weekend was just kind of a different feeling, and then got out in Stamford, Connecticut.
Bum, 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 bum.
Did that first show. And dude, it was so fun. It was Lucas was back out. I did a 20-minute set. Just did the best of the best, just the greatest hits right now.
Right.
And it was so fun. I had a blast. There were like 3 other bits that I normally do in a 20-minute set that I didn't even get to because it was just going so well. I was having so much fun.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Good.
all the shows this weekend were a blast. I feel like I had good crowd work for the limited time I had. I'm not trying to spend too much time, but There was one show. I'll see if Derek can give me the footage, but I was not trying to be funny. I guess it was maybe the Jersey accents were playing into this a little bit. I was in Red Bank, New Jersey, and this woman, I'm like, all right, and what part of town are you from? And she's like, hometown. I was like, hometown? Like, yeah, obviously, yeah, I'm making fun of her for that. Where are you from? Oh, my hometown. Oh, cool. And I was like, seriously, where are you from? And then it sounded like she said home dowd. So it's like home dowd. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now everyone's yelling at me. No. Odell. Oh, okay. Then, right, because we talked about October Sky recently.
Yeah.
I go,
Odell.
Odell.
Oh, Odell.
I go, Odell, and then the microphone. Then, dude, 2,000 people are screaming, no, Odell. Like, I can't.
You live in a hotel.
Hotel.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
I mean, dude, I can't understand. I want to move on. So I don't want to be doing this, even though we're all kind of laughing. Yeah. I'm miserable. Like, I can't hear you. I don't even care. I'm not from New Jersey. Sure. I do not care where you live. But I'm like, I got to get to the end of this. This is kind of entertaining. And dude, we'd go back and forth one or two more times. Eventually find out the hometown is Homedale.
So you're pretty close with Odell.
Yeah, Odell, hometown.
I like the idea.
I had it.
I like the idea of you doing that in every city and just riling up the crowd.
just not quite.
You're from Groverland Park.
Groverland Park.
No,
Overland Park. Overland Dart. Okay, sporty little town. Yeah. Overland Park. No,
you dingus.
Oh, they were mad at me, and I was like, I don't know. I even in the microphone, I was like, I promise I'm not doing this to be funny. Like, I literally can't hear you. I made jokes about. I was like, I think it's time. I got to put the subtitles on Netflix. I can't hear a woman 6 feet from me. I think Jersey accents might have played into it a little bit. I think the next show in Atlantic City, I was giving a guy a hard time because he was like, he walks in, he's holding 2 drinks, walking in front of everybody in the front row. And I look down at the clock and it's 8:40, so I'm like, 8:40, sir, just missed it, just barely missed the start of it. And he's like yelling back at me, just very Jersey. All these people only want bartender. Had a great accent. So then I was giving him a hard time. I was like, dude, I grew up with speech impediment as well. I also, when I was 6 years old, I said it like bartender.
Bartender.
Yeah, no, I get it.
They like that?
Yeah, they did. They got a huge laugh. So yeah, I feel like the crowd work always went really quick, but it was really fun. I mean, there was a woman at the show 2 nights ago in Boston, and I asked her, I was like, what's your hometown kind of known for? She's like, probably like really working class. And I was like, oh, yeah, from the front row? I don't know. And then I was like, well, what do you guys do? And it was like, he's an engineer, I'm a scientist. Okay. Like, you guys got to move. It sounds like. And I was like, scientist? What? How does that work? What do you science? And she's like, I work for Moderna. I was like, there it is. Oh, that's why you said scientist.
Yeah. All these bartenders, but only getting 2 shots.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't make that many jokes about Moderna at the time because I was like, I can come back to this the whole rest of the show. I was like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. So, but yeah, I let her have it the rest of the show. And I got to meet her afterwards. She was real nice.
Got to meet her afterwards.
Got to meet her afterwards. But yeah, the shows were all really fun.
Good.
We did 6 at 4 days. We're back on the bus. Had Tom again.
Because he was somewhere else.
Yeah, when he's not with us, he's with Adam Sandler.
Wow.
So, but he was back. We had
Sandman. Does he call him the Sandman?
The sandbar.
feel like his friends call him the Sandman.
Hey, Sandman. Sandy cheeks. But yeah, it was fun. We had some casino shows.
Yeah.
Which were fun. Atlantic City. I think I'll might talk about that on Patreon as well.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some fun times had, but yeah, what'd you do this weekend?
This weekend, let's see. I did plenty, man. Big thing on Saturday, big win of the week for me, early on a Monday, is I got my Christmas lights up. Which was a feat because I don't like getting up on the roof very much, and I'm getting more comfortable with it.
Good.
But man, was it a debacle getting them up there. I thought I was being so smart, dude. And in hindsight, as I tell this story, people are gonna be like, Brad, you're so stupid. And I'm like, I know, but in the time, just know I wasn't being stupid on purpose. First of all, so the way we do our lights is they have those little clips, plastic clips that you hook onto the lights and then you shove them underneath the shingles.
Got it.
Can you kind of imagine?
Yeah.
And so in the past, I've just literally taken the boxes of clips up to the roof with me, clipped them on, and then done them one at a time. This time I'm like, no, I'm going to do all the clips on the ground.
We're going to pre-clip.
Yeah, and it was a great way to get Hattie and Bo involved. I'm trying to like really emphasize like, hey, as a family, we are a team. We're all doing this together. It took twice as long because of that, but it was way more fun, and Bo was getting into it, whatever. So we clip them all.
How is Bo doing Christmas lights?
I mean, he's all right.
Yeah, he can do it. He's got the dexterity to.
Not really.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to like open the clip, so I had to kind of open it and push in a little bit, and then he kind of helped me. But like, I was trying to like have like little devices, like, all right, you see the Captain Hook. Captain Hook has to go on the bottom of the light, and whatever. And so he'd be like, oh, I got the Captain Hook on there. It's not going all the way though, or something. So, but it was fun. I mean, he like would go get me more clips or whatever. Just trying to think of ways to get him to contribute.
That's fun.
So anyway, get literally, I mean, the entire house worth of lights. So it's probably 250 feet or something like that of lights clipped and everything. And then I'm like, well, I got to get them up on the roof now. And so this is where it starts getting stupid. Yeah. So for whatever reason, I thought, well, the best way to get them up on the roof is to just take them all up in not one fell swoop, but like get them all up there and then get myself on the roof. And so what I did was I took, they were all laid out on the lawn. I took 50 feet of string, and I basically did like how you would fold up a blanket. So I took 50 feet, folded it once. So it was in 25 feet, folded it back over again, 12 and a half, folded it again. And so it was like pretty easy to carry.
Yeah.
But my gosh, once I got up there, was it like just completely tangled up.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm up on the roof like, what was I thinking? Like that was so stupid.
I just wadded up all my lights.
Yeah, I mean, because that's why I put them all strung out across the lawn. It's to like untangle them. And then I just threw them up there like that. And so I'm up on the roof, like having to do all these different things. So I start clipping them in. It's going great.
Windy day?
No, it was a great day.
Okay, good.
Yeah, as far as I can remember, there was no complaints weather-wise. I was even in short sleeves, I think. But started clipping them in. And then like on the second, maybe third strand of lights, the clips were on backwards for whatever reason, like the lights themselves.
Captain Hook is facing the back.
Yes. Well, but it wasn't like, it was like somehow the lights were manufactured backwards or something. Like it wasn't like we put them on the right way, like in the same uniform way, whatever. And so then all of a sudden I untangled all these lights. That took a lot longer. I had Bo and Hattie help me with the lights. That took a lot longer. And then now I'm having to literally take off every single clip and re-clip it on the other side for like basically half the house.
Brutal.
And so I bet it took me, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours total up there.
Jeez.
Just like working on. And I honestly had a good attitude. It was fine, but it was a little bit of a, I don't know, just a labor of love, if you will. But man, they look good. They look good, and I'm excited to have them up. And
I'm excited to see them the next day and a half.
Yeah, you're going to really enjoy them. I'm going to make sure they're on tonight.
Thank you.
I guess.
I look forward to seeing. So what would you do differently next time? You get the lights on the roof without tangling them. What's the solution?
I don't know. I don't know if, because even if, maybe I shouldn't clip them beforehand. Maybe I should clip them up top, and maybe clip them up top in bulk up there or something. Either that or like just string them up one at a time. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I need to figure it out. So if somebody knows, let me know. But altogether, it was a good time. While I was up there, I also cut down some branches off of tree limbs.
Okay.
That were kind of hitting the roof.
What'd you cut them off with?
A little sawzall, a little power reciprocating saw.
Oh.
Yeah. So it wasn't too bad.
Reciprocating saw.
Yeah. While I was up there.
One over saw over one.
Yes. Improper frac saw. While I was up there, white Mustang pulled up, Mach-E, Rachel Coop and her family.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking Braden.
Oh.
But that was the car that got stolen from him. Do you know
really?
he got his car stolen?
In Missouri?
I think no, it would have been Kansas.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks into marriage. Got his car just swiped from the parking lot. But it really worked out for him because they never found it. So he has to file insurance, all this stuff. I think whatever he paid for it and whatever the blue book value was, insurance gave him like a time and a half over that.
Why? How?
I don't know. They're
Cool.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, Caitlin and Brayden invited us over like a month later to like have dinner. I was like, I hope my car gets stolen.
Yeah.
This sounds like a great deal.
All right. I'm leaving the keys in here. See you later.
I won't check. I won't look.
Yeah, right.
I don't have service to even call anybody.
Yeah,
It's all yours.
I don't have an air tag in there, so
I won't even know.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. So what did he get? You don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a car guy.
What color?
I will say I haven't seen it. Like he might have told me what he got. Who
In
knows?
one ear, out the other.
Yeah. It's like we're talking sauce. Like, I don't really know.
Yeah.
But yeah, his golf clubs were also in the car. Wait, there was something really cool that happened. Oh, he bought the night. Yeah, this is it. The night his car got stolen and his golf clubs were in it, he bought new golf clubs online.
Whoa. So he basically got free golf clubs.
Yeah, in a way. Serendipitous.
Cool.
It's kind of cool. He's like, you know what? I'm ready to get rid of these golf clubs anyway.
Okay, so let's just hypothetical. Timon, I want you to answer this too.
Okay.
So obviously when you get something stolen, your insurance just gives you money for whatever gets stolen, right? And so he doesn't have to buy a new car that's worth that much money, right? He could technically
I don't think so.
Save whatever it was, 20 grand or whatever, and do whatever he wants with it. What would you want to get stolen right now? Because you not really care about it, but it's decently valuable. Like if you could have a burglar just steal one of your things.
It's
right
only
now.
one. I'd like to prepare a box.
Or like a collection of like golf clubs is one, or like
okay.
Like your video equipment would be one, or something like that. But
fun question.
You can't like it. You can do more than just the lens on your camera, but like you can't do my car and my camera and
a few tires.
Yeah,
just one.
Huh.
Because like.
Let's go. First thing comes to mind. I might be able to think of something better. And maybe let me know if this doesn't work as a combo set. Washer and dryer.
No, that's combo.
Okay, that's a set. Because I bought them new.
Yeah.
So they're only like a year old.
Okay.
But I think if they were to be stolen, we'd take the money and I would put it into like installing like a main floor.
Okay.
All in one. We'd take a loss on it, but it would help cover the cost.
Okay.
On like getting it installed somewhere on the main floor, the all-in-one washer dryer. Oh, now I'm getting excited.
Now you're getting excited?
Oh, somebody steal it. Somebody steal it.
My question was more like if someone stole something that you wouldn't like get another like replace.
Yeah, that's fair. I would replace it differently. Like I wouldn't just go get a washer dryer or put them in the basement again.
Yeah, you wouldn't just put it right back. That's fair. So it's replacing
with an upgrade and with a contractor involved.
I honestly don't know. If someone came to my house to steal stuff, I'd be like, good luck. What are you going to steal? My computers, I guess. My woodworking stuff is, I guess, somewhat valuable.
I know something they could steal in your house, but I'm not going to say that. Save it for Patreon. No, how do I say this? your bank.
Oh yeah. I have like a safe of cash, basically. Yeah. That was a fun game one time. I basically was like, listen, the safe that we have our cash in is somewhere in this room, Jake.
Like
and
you're
Rachel.
looking at it right now.
Yeah. Try
to
find it. Yeah, that was a fun game.
We used to do that with people when Isaac and I first started buying things the first time. Isaac and I should have registered for products when we first moved in together because we had nothing. And we moved in Peter's house. And I remember we bought an antenna to watch live TV.
Oh, yeah.
But it didn't look like an antenna. So we loved playing the game. Hey, I bet you can't pick out the antenna.
Where's the antenna?
Yeah, it just looked like a sound bar. Timon, you have anything you want to get stolen? You wouldn't necessarily replace?
I was trying to think. Well, it's hard to say something I wouldn't necessarily replace. I was thinking, like, if I got like all my video equipment stolen, I would just replace it with just a few of the things. Like I would buy them back more intentionally, like a little differently.
Like if you get 4 lenses stolen, instead you go back and buy 2 nice ones.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah, like it would kind of just be replacing them.
Yeah,
but like I have so much like random, like smaller, cheaper stuff, like accessories and all that built up and whatever. And it's like I could just get a few things and be more like prioritizing. I don't know.
Yeah, like apertures and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Buy some frame rates,
shutter speeds,
ISOs.
ISOs. Yeah,
I wouldn't replace that.
I keep the ISO.
Well, yeah, they're not making them like they used to. So
yeah.
Did you happen to see the Correct Opinions clip and all the comments about me talking about photography?
I didn't see the comments, but I did see the clip. Or I did see. I listened to the episode, so I don't.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
We posted a clip and Correct Opinions. I mean, we're just saying wild stuff on there, but basically, I talked about how Derek was going off pre-podcast about photography, and so we're like, hey, save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
And so then we were talking about how just as videographers, when you do try photography for the first time, your eyes are kind of open, like, oh wow, there's a lot less to deal with. There's a lot less to worry about. Like editing takes way less time. Even shooting it, there's just objectively less things to worry about. You don't have to worry about shutter speed or frame rate, I should say. But anyway, So we get talking this whole clip. Of course, we clip it to remove a lot of context. You know, the title is photography a scam? You know, it's just as clickbaity as possible. I didn't realize we post it. When I do realize we post it, it says we posted it 36 minutes ago, and there's like 60 comments, and our plane is taking off. And so I was like, oh man, I can't even like get in there to defend myself. Like we are moving. We are accelerating on the tarmac when I see it. And I was like, that is a crazy engagement to start. I have upset a lot of people. I land, hundreds of comments now. TikTok.
It's your face that's like
it's one. Mainly me saying it. And
because Derek does chime in, but he's not, he's Timon.
He's faceless.
He's faceless, yeah.
Yeah, so I really upset some people. There were ghosties who listened to it when it came out. Taylor Atkinson Photo, previous sponsor. He was like, really came for my job there, but I did enjoy it. And he's like, also, please stop giving away our secrets. Because I was talking about how if you ever get a ton of black and white photos back, it's just because the photographer screwed up. And I will say all the photographers were like, I don't agree with most of what he said, but the black and white thing is so true. So that is a bummer that he outed us and he said that. That does happen. But yeah, I forget why I brought that up. Oh, we were talking about shutters.
Lenses and ISOs and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm not well liked in the photography community right now.
Well, I'll tell you one photographer that probably likes you still is Celia O'Brien, probably, hopefully. She came, I think I mentioned it last week on the podcast. She was going to take our family pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Shortly.
Let's get an add in just real quick.
Add in.
Hey, 5,
add in.
6, 7, 8. Add in.
Okay. 5, 3, 2.
How do you make the tennis sound? There we go. My lips were so dry. It was like 2 cushions.
I want our first one to be a new sponsor. Pam, pam, pam.
Whoop.
Pam, pam, pam.
Oh, it's turned down.
No, just the last horn.
Yeah, there we go.
Can you try and do that again? Just to try to get just the last horn?
Yeah.
The Vikings just scored a first down, or
Skull.
Or maybe that sounds like something. I've never been to Gillette Stadium, but maybe that sounds like something the Patriots would have, like kind of at the harbor, like they have like a lot of ship.
The harbor.
Only one bartender. One lighthouse, one bartender.
Come on, I'm in science here.
Yeah, that's nice. First down, Patriots.
Have some nice cold Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
That's great. The new sponsor, hey, Gillette Stadium, that's near the water. They got a lighthouse. This is also near the water.
Near the water.
It's Healing Waters.
Healing Waters International.
International
means it goes from Boston all the way to Southie, all the way up to Niagara Falls and beyond.
And Mozambique. All good?
All of them, yeah.
Southie.
Southie.
Niagara.
I love saying Southie.
Mozambique.
Hey, guys, it's Monday right now if you're listening. On Monday.
Yeah, if you're listening at all, it's Monday.
Tomorrow is Giving Tuesday.
If you're listening to today, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yes. And if you're listening on Tuesday, it's Giving Tuesday right now. If you're listening on Wednesday, yesterday was Giving Tuesday, but you can still give.
You missed it.
Healing Waters, it's kind of a different sponsor for us because it's completely just a ministry. It's a nonprofit. You would literally just be donating to this cause. I'm just going to read some of this stuff because it's hard to sum up. But basically, they are our friends. I mentioned Mark last week. He's the one whose older brother is Larry the Cucumber.
Yeah.
So, comes from a royal family.
Yeah. His father was a cop. His father was a cop.
His father was a cuke.
His brother did a cucumber.
His mother was a cuke. His brother was a cuke.
His friend was a tomato.
His friend.
He played the tuba. His father played the tuba.
Yeah.
His father never seen a water buffalo. His father never seen a water buffalo.
He had a show for you. His mother had a show for you. His father had a show for you.
His father couldn't find his hairbrush. His father couldn't find his hairbrush.
His aunt had a water buffalo. His uncle had a water buffalo. Everyone had a water buffalo. This is going exactly like
This is like such a non-profit, serious one.
Right. Yeah, we're no, but genuinely, Healing Waters International, if you're looking for a way to have a lasting impact, please join our friends at Healing Water International. There's a huge, water crisis. I think we've heard about it, but it's not something that's always on the front of mind for me. 2 billion people worldwide still don't have access to safe water. That's insane to me.
A fourth of the world?
Maybe. It sounds good.
Yeah, I bet it's right at.
2 billion people. That's unbelievable to me. And because they don't have the clean water to drink or to wash their hands, prepare their food, they're in a perpetual cycle of sickness, of poverty. And there's these places that are just so hard to reach. They're going to be the last places that are going to be reached, but not with Healing Waters International. Healing Waters International is going to these places. They're doing the hard work to figure out ways to get electricity to pump this water up to the top of these mountains, or do all these different things. I mean, Mark was telling me crazy things. One of the things he told me was one of the most impoverished areas of Mexico, they drink, on average, each person drinks 2 liters of Coca-Cola every single day because it's cheaper and they have better access to Coca-Cola than they do water.
Wow.
So imagine the effects that poor hygiene plus, drinking all that soda is going to do to
2 liters a day.
Yes.
Jeez.
On average person, meaning Bo Ellis, is drinking 2.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, just crazy things. People are walking 3 to 4 miles a day up and down mountainsides to retrieve buckets of dirty water.
I did a mission trip one time where we went and installed a well in Honduras. And before we went and installed the well, they took us and showed us where they were getting water. And it's so gross. It's so far away.
Right.
You're watching little 8-year-old girls carry jugs of water. You're we got to do this ASAP.
Right.
It's really crazy once you see it. And
yeah.
I'm even looking on here. It's great. $150 provides an entire household with safe drinking water for the year.
Yes.
That's so easy to do.
I know.
And you can even do, $30 provides one child with safe drinking water for the entire year.
Yes. So one more thing that he just pointed out to me that was crazy was he was saying that mothers and children are the most affected by all this stuff. So that really pulled at my heartstrings, obviously, of they are disproportionately impacted by this. So, I mean, it messes with their health, their education, their future, basically. So yeah, crazy normal numbers that we can just do that can genuinely affect somebody's life forever. $30 a one-time fee, $30 one-time donation can provide one child with safe drinking water for an entire year. $150 can do an entire household. $750, for a year. $750 can provide 5 households with safe drinking water. So genuinely just a great organization to get involved with. We are donating ourselves. You can either do a one-time gift, you can become a monthly giver, whatever you want. We'll put the link in our descriptions, but we'll also say it here. It's give.healingwaters.org/Ghostrunners. Let me say that 3 more times. Give.
Hey, click the link down below.
Give.healingwaters.org/Ghostrunners. Give.healingwaters.org/Ghostrunners. Think about supporting them. Genuinely, I spent $35 for my family the other day at McLean's. If I can spend $35 on breakfast for my kids, we can spend $30 to provide water for a year for a kid that has no reason that they're not getting this except for where they were born. So consider supporting Healing Waters International. It's give.healingwaters.org/Ghostrunners.
Cool. We were talking about cameras or something.
Yeah, family photos with Celia.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and how she just scammed us out of money, basically. Celia is a listener of the podcast. She just recently moved to Kansas City doing seminary here, and she's a great photographer. So we asked, hey, would you be interested in taking some pictures for our family for Christmas photos? She said, of course. We met her. Shout out to her. She was so patient and so great with us. Literally within 2 minutes of being there, she was just trying to get comfortable with the kids. Bo, can you give a hug to Hattie? Dude, he acted like she was a tackling dummy in a football practice and hugged her and wrapped her up and threw her to the ground hard.
Oh, wow.
Hattie, I was genuinely, I thought maybe she had a concussion. The way that Hattie fell on her head, I was because Hattie cried and it was okay, of course she's going to cry because she fell kind of hard, but she cried for 15 minutes. It was one of those things where she's actually hurt. She's not scared hurt, And so it was well, this whole time is ruined, and it was kind of a stressful time to get there and make sure everyone looks okay and comb Bo's hair and whatever. I'm sweating, what all these things. Luckily, I think it was a huge blessing that Celia was our photographer because she was much more patient and we could be a little more real with her of yeah, sorry. I mean, because Hattie's usually the all-star of hey, she can pull it together. We can ration with her. We can be hey, it's okay. You're okay.
Bo just tackled her to start it.
I mean, yeah. He was, or maybe Hattie said it, whatever. One of them said, we were playing married. That was their game, I guess. Because sometimes they do that where they hug each other and they fall over. And so, but the way he pushed her over, she just fell right on her head. And luckily it was on the grass, but still, had some family pictures taken, which was great. Shout out to Celia for doing those for us. Yeah, it was one of those things. She used AI. I don't really know exactly. Timon, you're an AI guy.
I mean, you go viral on this.
Let me see what she said here real quick. It was kind of interesting. She said, a little peek behind the curtain. I got the chance to use that new AI Photoshop feature a time or two.
Ooh, it's like the generative fill or whatever.
Fill, yeah.
Yeah. See?
She said, let me know if you notice what/where is AI. So I haven't
fun game.
Looked super in depth with them yet. Maybe we could, I don't know.
Send it to me and Timon.
Yeah, okay. You want to look at them right now?
Sure.
Okay.
Timon's going to nail it. And I just want to see your family.
Yeah, they're good looking. Bo and I, we had similar looking shirts. Pretty nice. Let's see, Jake and Timon. I need to start pinning you guys because we text so much.
Oh.
I'm going to. Timon. Congrats.
Oh, thanks.
That's funny. I forgot what I was doing at 4:30 that day, but I remember thinking oh yeah, that's fun. Brad's getting photos taken right now. I bet they're having so much fun. And little did I know.
It wasn't
Hattie's
terrible.
on the ground.
Honestly, Hattie, yeah, I mean, Hattie was so hurt, but I think she was trying so hard not to be I think she was just genuinely hurt. And then Catherine, we're on a little bit of a time crunch because we're volunteering at Awana that night. And so that was a little bit crazy. And so anyway, yeah, let's see if you can figure out.
This opening photo is great. I haven't even clicked on the gallery yet.
Yeah,
the photo right here is awesome.
She's good, dude. Couple black and whites on there, Celia. But
okay, are there specific photos we should be looking at?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, cool.
I've only scrolled through them, to be honest. I've been busy enough where I haven't really had a chance to look at them. But I don't even know, what is the thing that we're looking for, essentially?
Probably just
do they change the face to smiling? Or is
it would be more I feel like it'd be used for extending the background.
Making the corners
or if there's something laying on the ground, just quick select that and remove it. I'm trying to think.
Fun.
It all looks real nice though.
I mean,
Celia.
Yeah, Hattie has some gems, and I mean, the kids are cute, man. My kids are.
We'll put them on the screen for those watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just get to look at them.
Put
Great pics. These are going out for Christmas cards, huh?
Yeah, I think so. So
that's fun. Hattie smiles so funny.
Yeah, dude. But she got good. Eventually, every time Celia would put the camera in her face, she knew what she was supposed to do. She would just smile and not really break character until Celia was done, kind of thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like the one of you holding Bo, and it looks like you've been holding him long enough for his pants are pretty high. And it looks like you might be giving him a wedgie.
That's what Catherine gives me a hard time because I somehow do that to all my kids. When dad holds you, your pants just go up by your calves. I don't know how I do it or what I do. But yeah, there's some where she was like, Bo, whisper to Hattie what your favorite breakfast is or something. And I forget what he said. But then Hattie did to him, and he goes, a baby. And Hattie goes, no, I said Dutch babies.
What's a Dutch baby?
I think it's some kind of little pancakey thing. I don't know. Hey, Catherine makes them. They're fine.
Fun.
Yeah, they're little doughies.
I had some new food this weekend.
Okay.
Now that I'm thinking about it. Trey took us to a sushi place.
Yes.
So he just ordered for the table. So I'm just trying to just eat whatever there is. I don't know what any of this stuff is. So many colors and so many shapes and
Philadelphia roll probably.
Ended up realizing I ate eel.
Whoa!
Didn't know that.
Really went to the deep end there.
Yeah.
What was
slimy end?
Scale of 1 to 10.
It wasn't too bad because of eel sauce. But
which one is that?
It looks like barbecue. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Kind of tangy.
Yeah, a little bit tangy, sweet, but yeah, it's still like eating cold chicken or cold fish or just like a cold eel. Really, is what it tastes like.
But was it cooked? Do you think?
Dude, who knows? Okay. I don't know anything about what I'm doing. I got chopsticks in my hands.
Were you using them? Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to. I mean, sushi is pretty easy enough to grab it. I mean,
right.
I'm not real proficient with them, but
really, an eel. Did you have any that were just normal ones, like the ones with cream cheese and shrimp?
Dude, maybe. I don't know. Really? I don't know what I was eating, and it was fine. I was just hungry.
Yeah.
They also brought out salmon on a stick. That was nice.
What part of the salmon was on a stick?
They just skewered it.
Yeah.
So just the whole fillet, which just had a stick through it.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful. It's sharp.
It'll get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't eat the stick.
I saw something on Derek's story about Atlantic City and that 90s restaurant. Yeah. Can we talk about that?
Did you see did he put me on there when we were in the cafeteria?
Yeah.
So we got.
Looking like a snack in that row back, by the way.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
GRKC 20.
That's right. So Tom texted us. This is the day we're in the casino. He's like, hey, you guys have all been given access to the employee dining room.
That was in the casino?
We're like, oh, sweet. Because when we were in the Hard Rock Tampa, I remember Isaac accidentally wandered into the employee dining room, and him, he's come back telling us stories about it. Oh, it was awesome in there. I didn't realize that they had the buffet.
Employee dining room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a private little cafeteria.
Yeah.
So Derek and I were like, oh, free food.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And yeah, we walk in there, and it's just like the saddest, like 90s looking red booths. Yeah. Kind of like Burger King themed or whatever. Like this is kind of what they look like.
Yeah.
How would you describe that?
Burger King, Taco Bell in the 90s. Yeah, it was just like very Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
I thought it looked kind of cool, honestly. I texted that to Derek. I was like, this looks pretty sweet, actually. Just because I love my childhood and miss stuff like that. But Derek said it was not so sweet.
Yeah, it was just like, it was dirty. Everyone was so sad in there. And I couldn't even figure out where the food was. Like I could smell food. I could see food on people's plates. But all I could find is like, there's a coffee area. There's an ice cream area. And there was a cereal area. And so I was like, I'm just going to eat the cereal. They had two options. Cheerios, Raisin Bran.
Oh, so it was like, it was like comfort and continental breakfast.
Yeah.
It was not a fun,
It was very sad. And so I got Raisin Bran and milk. Derek was like, I'm going to find the food. I was like, great. I go ahead and sit down.
And Derek's super picky eater too.
Derek comes back, and this is what's on his plate. I took a picture of just his plate because I could not stop laughing.
4 pretzels, like a normal like chip kind of pretzels, and what are those, like cookies?
Potatoes.
That's terrible. That's so bad. I could get something better in my pantry after Catherine's been gone for 4 weeks. Oh my goodness.
But he found the food, and that was
so he found the food, and he went through the line, and of course he also came back. This is the full picture of us, but it was just both of our meals, just hilarious. And Derek's got a spoon, a fork, and knife.
Just in case.
He's like, yeah, I grabbed that first. Yeah. I was a little ambitious. So yeah, it was kind of a funny memory.
Was the whole casino pretty run down? Or was it pretty surprising that this was like the one place they didn't renovate yet or something?
It seemed like a lot of Atlantic City stopped innovating in like 96 or something, which is kind of funny and kind of whimsical to be in.
Yes.
It's like we went back in time a little bit.
Right.
Every building, every street. I mean, nothing is updated.
See, I don't hate that. I don't hate that until you're there too long. And then it's like, okay.
That's enough of that.
Yeah. Kind of like Branson, where it's like, there's some really fun places that you don't see very often, but you see them in Branson.
Yeah, and like when the first 3 days you describe them as charming, and then after a few days you're like, this is old. This is decrepit,
dumpy. Yeah, yeah, totally.
This is dumpy.
This is kind of dump. Wow, that's interesting. So
yeah.
The employee dining room, not what it's cracked up to be.
No, it wasn't. That's why I ended up eating eel that night because I was starving. I had Raisin Bran for dinner. Yeah, it was a fun time.
I've always wondered how Atlantic City was.
Yeah, I've always heard about it.
Yeah.
I even was making that joke on stage because everyone was like, hey, where are you at the rest of the weekend? We're like, we go to Atlantic City Saturday. And I was like, oh, good luck.
It is like the biggest punchline of a city.
I know. I was like, oh, like good luck, like on the, like break a leg. And they're like, no, like good luck surviving.
Yeah,
like you might get your leg broken.
Right.
Because everyone describes like, I'm like, I've never been to Atlantic City. Like, oh, it's like Las Vegas, but trashy. I'm like, I thought Las Vegas was trashy.
It sure feels like Vegas is plenty trashy.
Yeah. You ever been to Greenville, South Carolina? Vegas is pretty trashy.
Wow.
I saw in a Patreon comment, Janelle Bignell moving back there. It's kind of fun.
She's going back.
Shout out, Janelle.
I'm coming home.
Home.
Yeah.
Home.
I'm
going home.
I'm going home.
Got a fun video for you guys coming out soon. Probably already came out.
Probably. Let's see. What else do I want to tell you, Jake?
I'm thirsty. Do you guys need drinks? Can I go get some drinks for us?
Yeah.
What do you want? You got your main treat roasters?
I need some Zevia. Yeah. I need something else though. Dude, this is my one time I'm going to say anything. I'm feeling sick. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to be fine. I'm not a whiner. I'm not a complainer. I'm not going to complain about being sick, but I am bummed that I'm sick right now, right before Thanksgiving / if I'm sick in freaking Hawaii, I'm going to be a little bummed.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say anything about it.
Like sometimes you go to like a completely different climate, atmosphere, boom, you saved.
I hope so.
You healed.
I think that makes sense. Like, yeah, warm weather. Because Catherine was like, I told her yesterday, I was like, I'm starting to feel a little sick. I don't know what's going on. She's like, I think it's just the changing of the weather. I was like, it's changed weather for like 4 weeks now. So I think that's not it.
The night of your birthday party last week, it was the day I think it was because I ran a mile outside.
Yeah.
Got really hot, sweaty, in the cold. And then that night, dude, I was so just like all these cold symptoms. I was like,
Really?
here we go, right before all these shows.
Okay.
Of course, I'm going to. And so that night, I mean, it was like 12:30 at night, but I was like, Rachel, I'm sorry, I got to go get like medicine. Like, I just don't want to
Really?
be sick.
Yeah.
And so I went, I'm a big fan of Zicam, big
Yep.
fan of zinc. First sign of a cold, go
Yep.
get Zicammed up. And so I did. Took a lot of Zicam, took a lot of Mucinex.
Zy boys.
And then I'm fine. I'm healed.
Good. That's good. Maybe I took a zinc pill, of some sort, but yeah, I want that in my life.
Man, I want what you have.
And you know what? I was outside a bunch doing those lights, so maybe that was it.
It's outside.
So I don't know.
Zevia for you. Timon, what do you want?
I'll take a Zevia.
Ooh, I don't know how many we have left.
Okay. Hey.
Dibs on first one.
We've been hitting the Zev pretty hard.
Backup option, whatever you want.
Great.
How about Main Street Roasters? Main Street Roasters is our sponsor today. And you know what? I've been saving this for Wednesday. I'm still going to be excited to say it on Wednesday because it's win of the week is Main Street Roasters every single day of the week. My new tagline for Main Street Roasters. Are you ready for this, Timon?
Yes.
Main Street Roasters is the win of the week because with Main Street Roasters, say it with me, Timon.
Yep.
You can't lose. You can't lose.
Can't lose with Main Street
Win of the week. So if you are a coffee drinker, if you know somebody who's a coffee drinker, if you need somebody who's a coffee drinker in your life, give them some caffeine in the form of coffee, in the form of Main Street Roasters from mainstreetroasters.com. We have a promo code GRKC for 10% off. That's only 90% full price. And there's literally 30 different options of flavors. I think they're so good. We're going to talk about it here in a second once Jake gets back, but I bought a new toy that I'm really excited to use some Main Street Roasters for. So here he comes.
Sorry. We had Zev.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
So if you can't drink Main Street Roasters, you can drink something else like this. But my gosh, is Main Street Roasters the best option? It's so fun to see all the reviews of people who have bought it, who have said this is high quality stuff at a really great price. So check them out, mainstreetroasters.com, promo code GRKC. Because with Main Street Roasters, you can't lose. What do you think? Kind of fun.
Love it.
Yeah. So
Love it.
happy Monday, boys.
Victory Monday.
Yeah.
If you're the Eagles.
Open up. It's Monday. Oh, it's even, yeah. It's not even Monday here. Whatever. Jake, it's crazy.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it's Tuesday.
It's crazy how long you're going to be gone. We talked about it last night. It's crazy. Like, your life is crazy. Let's recap it one more time for the viewers out there.
All right. Today is November 21st. This is the last day in Kansas City. We got to get a lot of podcasts shot. We got to shoot some brand deals for jean shorts for Friday Pickleball. Mm-hmm. Couldn't reserve an indoor court, so we're bundling up.
Okay,
baby.
Yeah.
Get all that done today, and then tomorrow, the 22nd, we will leave for Iowa. We will spend about 3 or 4 days there for Thanksgiving.
Ohio.
On Saturday night, we will be back from Iowa. On Sunday, we will fly to Hawaii.
Yeah, baby.
And then spend about 6 days in Hawaii, 5-6 days in Hawaii, go straight to Australia for about 15 days, then go to New Zealand for about 3 days, fly back, land here the evening of December 20th.
The evening?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And then December 21st is Brad and I's one day together in December.
It's going to be magical.
And we're going to crank out some action that day. It'll be my first time seeing you and Timon in a while. So December 21st. So exactly 1 month between times in the studio.
Wow.
From November 21st to December 21st.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, December 21st, and we'll crank out a lot more podcast material.
Yep.
And videos or whatever else we need. And then December 22nd, and then the next day, go to Stratford for Christmas.
Wow.
And then, so yeah, gone again. So yeah, packing for all that will be interesting, and just like keeping up with the clothes and laundry and all that will be interesting. But I'm not worried about keeping up with content. I feel like jean shorts, we've been shooting a lot.
Yep.
We have plenty. Friday Pickleball, we have plenty.
Yep.
Podcast will be fine. Rachel and I are going to do some together in Australia. Brad's going to be in charge of doing some however he wants.
I'm excited.
Here locally.
I still haven't decided exactly what I want to do.
Yeah, it's fun.
I got like 4 different options.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. I don't know.
So yeah, podcasts will keep coming out.
Yep.
Someone posted this in the Facebook group, but yes, there will be a recap episode at the end of the year.
Start working on that now, Timon. You're going to be
Yeah,
stacked.
Timon, you're not going to see us for a few weeks, so you got time to crank on that.
Cool.
Yeah, recap episode, but yeah, so it's a lot of traveling, a lot of fun ahead.
Yeah.
Really excited for Hawaii. I mean, just nothing's better than Hawaii.
Until you go to Australia?
No, I've been to both.
Really?
Hawaii's so much better.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so pumped for Hawaii too, dude. It's kind of crazy. Like, we're not overlapping a whole lot because what's your day like, do you think, when you're actually performing? Like that?
I bet we're still chilling. I bet we could still hang
Really?
out. Yeah. I mean, sound
Most of
check
the
at
day.
like 5 probably, and then that's it.
Cool. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited to see my friends. I'm excited for you to be there with all of the friends.
Yeah. We got a fun Hawaii podcast planned for you guys.
Yep.
Special guests.
Yeah, a couple special G's. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. So,
So the next few podcasts are gonna be really fun. So after this episode, it'll be a Hawaiian episode, and then either Australia episode or a Brad episode, and then yeah.
Not really any traditional episodes, quote unquote, until the end of December.
Yeah, until between
basically Christmas.
You know what's a bummer is Christmas is a Monday.
Why is that a bummer? I mean, people can just listen to us while they're opening presents and take videos and send them to us. We can do some fun, like we should do like a fun Christmas special or something. Like make it shorter, make it completely Christmas themed.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can figure it out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good thought.
Yeah, we can do something.
But yeah, a lot of craziness ahead, but it's all good.
I haven't really. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's probably the only 3-week vacation I will ever go on. I mean, I can't imagine another time in my life where Rachel and I are gonna be gone from home for 3 weeks. So enjoy it.
Quick question: did you call your friends from Australia and say, "Hey, I'm moving to Australia"? Or did you?
That didn't cross my mind.
No,
that would be ridiculous.
Because that'd be ridiculous. You're gonna be there for 3 weeks. You're not living there.
I should have. Hey guys,
FYI,
I'm moving to Australia. Oh my gosh! I should. By the way,
big announcement.
It's just temporarily.
Yeah,
briefly for work.
Okay. I feel like I have not thought about Hawaii very much at all yet, and it's partially because Thanksgiving's still coming up. It's also partially because you don't seem like you've thought about it much either. And so if I'm like, well, if Jake's not really too worried about this crazy thing going on in your life, like surely I could figure out Hawaii too.
Dude, I was on stage in Atlantic City. I was performing, and I'm doing some material about Rachel. While I'm performing, I realize, oh yeah, Rachel, something clicks in my mind that Hawaii is actually really soon, and I haven't reserved an Airbnb or rental car yet. Yeah. And so I think about that while I'm performing, like, I need to do that when I'm done with this. And so I did. So I get done performing, go sit on the pot, do some business.
Okay.
And I booked us an Airbnb and a rental car.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, like, this has been a productive hour of my life.
I would say
I did a 20-minute comedy set.
Yeah.
Pooped.
Yep.
Always productive.
Always
when you do that.
Yeah.
Booked an Airbnb, booked a rental
push,
car.
Mama? Yeah.
Yeah. Mom ready to push. And it was a great hour of my life. We were all good to go.
That's great.
A couple hours later, go to the blackjack table. I've made the money back
Yeah.
that I spent on the Airbnb.
Did you? Yeah.
It was
go.
awesome. So I hadn't thought about it much either, but I honestly, I ended up getting a pretty cheap Airbnb. It's not that nice. But I was like, but we're not going to be in the Airbnb at all.
Yeah.
And I ended up going a little higher end on the car. So I was like, we're going to be in the car way more. Road to Hana, you know.
What kind of car?
I ended up getting I almost got, first of all, Turo is awesome in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Everybody's renting out their car.
Yeah.
And everybody's renting out Jeeps. So you just have all these Jeeps to choose from.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I'm Googling Jeep Gladiator versus Rubicon. You know, like, what are the differences? They all look the same to me.
Rubicon's, I think, like a package, isn't it?
See, I don't even know.
I don't know
Cherokee
for sure.
versus Grand Prix.
Sure.
Is that even two of them?
Grand Prix is a Pontiac, but yeah. It's a car.
All right.
Grand Cherokee and Cherokee is different.
Really?
Yeah. Cherokee is what Spencer Shipley drives. Grand Cherokee is what
Grand
Abby
Cherokee
McGee
is
used
like
to drive.
the chief of the tribe.
Yeah. It's a little bit more grand.
Cool. So truly couldn't tell you.
You got a Jeep.
One ear out the other. Got
Yeah.
a Jeep. Almost got us. Really surprised Rachel because there was a very vibrant purple, like you and I purple
yeah.
Jeep. You know, which definitely would have been a joke. Rachel,
Yeah.
for you and I.
Yeah.
You love them.
Yeah. You and I got a you and I.
You and I got a you and I. But ended up not going with that one because it was tempting. It's like, I mean, it's only like $60 more for the cool color one. And Rachel would really like that color.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a dumb reason. We're on the inside of it the whole time. You
Right.
can't even see it.
You don't feel that different driving a purple car.
Yeah. And then even just like once you get to the final screen, it's not just $60. It's a big difference.
Right. Oh, they know what they're doing.
Let's see. I pulled it up. Looks like it's a Jeep 2023 Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah, fun.
Nice.
What do we know about that?
Those are a little more compact and they're more off-roady. They're fun.
It also says the word Rubicon on it.
Rubicon, I feel like, is like the really off-roady, like you can, see what you could do in that thing.
They say don't drive on the road to Honda. I say I'm going to start driving on road to Honda even harder.
Does it say on there?
I remember last time I went to Maui.
Yeah, they're lame about that.
There were certain rental car people. They're like, this rental car cannot be taken on the back half of road to Honda because it's not paved roads. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Dude, I did it anyway.
Dude,
I did it anyway.
You dog.
It wasn't that crazy. Just don't go that fast.
So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm excited. I've been on road to Honda before, but excited to take Rachel on it.
Yeah.
Like last time I went, we got in the middle of it. We're like, oh, that'd be fun to stop at that black sand beach and like reservations only.
I told you that.
Thank you. This time, got a reservation.
Good job. Good job.
Thanks. So I did plan ahead that.
Yes, because it is very worth it.
Is it? Cool.
Yeah, it was so sweet. I wish we could have spent more time there. And then at the end of it, there's a national park. We got there as it was closing.
Have you gone up and done the, I believe it's pronounced Haleakala?
Haleakala?
Dang it.
I believe they say Haleakala. Maybe that's how you say it. I don't know.
Have you ever played Mancala on Haleakala? That's what I want to do. It sounds like a Magic Treehouse book.
Yeah.
Like, now I can't even think of one of the titles, but they were big on like alliteration or something like that. Like, cavemen at, hold on, I got Dinosaurs at Dusk. There it is. Dinosaurs at Dusk.
Yeah.
Mancala on Haleakala.
Which is not an alliteration, but
no, it is not. That is rhyming.
No, I have not been up there, but I think it'd be fun to go. I know TJ likes to go up there, so maybe we could go up there together I think I'd rather go at sunset than sunrise.
You would.
I know.
You would.
Maybe, hey, I'll do whatever though.
Maybe we're a little jet lagged. Maybe we go up there the first morning.
Maybe. I think you have to reserve sunrise.
Dang.
Do it
Big
now.
on that.
Do it now.
Okay. Haleakala.
Yeah, it's going to be fun though. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, it's fun. We get to overlap in Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Timon. Maybe next year.
Let's see how those Hawaiians like your jokes, you know?
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about things translating to Hawaiian. I'm more worried about Australian. I feel like there's guys who things that don't work over there.
Dude, yeah. I remember when we went to, this is not the same thing, but when we went to Trinidad on a mission trip, our pastor he like spoke at the church and he just did so many like topical things about America. I'm like, they don't understand the Chiefs. They don't know who the Chiefs are. Like, why are you saying a barbecue brisket sandwich from Kansas City? And I'm like,
read the room. See
what are you saying this for? So
yeah, he's out there to this reminds me of the old county fair roller coasters, right?
Right.
Like
a corn dog in July. It's like,
dude, we don't have water. We don't know what you're talking about.
We don't have any idea what this is.
That's a funny skit character. Just the out of touch.
Yeah.
Mission trip pastor.
Yeah. On one hand, I'm like, okay, good for you for not thinking they're like
you're not pandering.
Different,
certainly
whatever.
not pandering.
Yeah. Anyways, funny.
Oh, okay. Mr. Mullet here. Looks like somebody needs to go to Sport Clips.
Yeah, right.
Who's this? Like, dude, those are dreadlocks. Please stop making fun of their culture.
Yeah, dude. He's Rastafarian. So, anyway.
I think last week I had you guys guess the reality game show that hit me up. You remember what it was?
Oh, yeah. Hamsters versus...
Human versus hamster?
Yeah.
Human versus hamster. We had a phone call with him.
Okay.
In the Atlantic City dressing room. Me and Isaac hopped on the phone with T. So how he introduced himself. Oh, sweet tea. Yeah. Dude, they don't know about sweet tea in the Northeast. Learned that this week.
Say that in Hawaii. Say that in Australia. Be like, oh, you guys are sweeter to me than sweet tea. What's he talking about, Mike?
I like the way you would say, hey, say that. Say that in Australia. Say that 3 times. You say that 1 time in Australia fast.
Just go for that in Australia.
But yeah, we went to a restaurant all together. One of the first nights we were in Jersey or Connecticut or something, and I asked one waiter for sweet tea, and dude, he just looked at me like he's just like,
really?
like that. What's that meme of that guy, the NBA player, D'Angelo Russell? The D'Angelo Russell meme.
Oh. Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
He just looked at me like that, and I was
Nick
like,
Young, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Swaggy P.
Yeah.
Yep, I had the wrong guy. But he just looked at me like that, and I was like, sweet tea? And then he just walked away. I was like, I think he heard me on the second time, maybe. And then he never came back with it. Had to get another waiter's attention. Can I get a sweet tea? Iced tea? Yeah, iced tea. Oh, I got to say, I was like, yeah, with simple syrup in it. And then it clicked and he got it.
Okay.
But even then, did get it for like 10, 15 minutes. Had to like ask a third waiter, can I get a sweet tea? I eventually got one. And then even when it was time to get a refill, I'd like re-educate them on what I was. And what was the refill again? Sweet tea.
I feel like McDonald's kind of put sweet tea on the map. Like surely the McDonald's is serving sweet tea up there, right?
That's a good point.
Because like, yeah, back even when we were little kids, I don't think sweet tea was like super common everywhere. But now it's like people have both. Both.
Yeah, I don't know. But
in the South, if you say, can I please have some tea? They'll serve you sweet tea.
Yeah, it would just be tea, I would think.
Yeah.
Surely,
So
right?
my dad likes unsweet tea one time in Georgia. Can I have some tea? What is this?
Hi, what is this?
Yeah. Let me blow my nose again. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was talking about when I got caught up on sweet tea. Oh, human versus hamster.
Yeah.
T. His name was T. We had a first phone call with him, just an introductory phone call, basically like, you guys would be great. We're excited. You're excited. Awesome. So we're going to have a Zoom interview with me, Scott, and Isaac, like basically like our casting call, like an audition.
Yeah.
He was busy this whole week, which would have been ideal for us to do it sometime when we're all together.
Sure.
So now we're going to have to squeeze in a time either when I'm in Hawaii or Australia to do a Zoom interview. So I'm just going to wake up in the middle of the night and just be super on and try to get on this reality game show.
Wow.
So I'll keep you guys updated.
Okay. Human versus hamster. What's it? Does it have a company that's like doing it yet or anything like that?
Yeah, maybe we talked about this off the podcast, but it's Chip and Joanna Gaines. It's like the Magnolia Network.
Oh, that's right.
They're like executive producing it.
Yeah.
It's going to be on HBO Max.
Yeah, which is like, aren't they with Discovery or HBO or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
So,
oh my
seems like the real deal.
That would be so fun.
Got to be fun. Got to be zappity. So, just a little update there.
Yeah. Thanks for that update.
Trying to think what else. All right, so I went golfing this weekend, which was really fun. It was good to get back. I love to golf still. And so I texted a couple days before I went out this weekend. I texted another golf kind of influencer. His name is Josh Kelly. His Instagram is Hole in One Trick Shots. Maybe some of you guys follow him. He's super talented. I followed this guy before I played golf. The only golf influencer I ever followed back in the day. It was truly because it's like, I don't even play golf. I don't even understand it. But I'm able to understand enough like the degree of difficulty on what this guy is pulling off. And it was fun. And we were kind of both in the trick shot world. This is when I was doing Juggling Josh stuff. And so we've been following him for years and met him about a year and a half ago at our Red Bank, New Jersey show. Him and his wife came. Just the nicest people. Loved getting to talk to him. So I hit him up. Hey, dude, come to Red Bank in a couple days. We'd love to see you. I get you tickets to the show. We can also golf or hang during the day, whatever. He was like, okay, Red Bank. He's like, I don't know if I can come to the show, but let's for sure golf. So I was like, okay, great. And we meet up. His videographer picks me up. We ride out to this course outside of Red Bank, and we golf, and we're filming it for his channel. A few holes into it, he's like, so where else you at this weekend? I'm like, we went Stanford, Red Bank, tomorrow's Atlantic City, and then Boston. He's like, you're going to Atlantic City tomorrow? I was like, yeah. He's like, I live in Atlantic City. I was like, oh, I feel like a dingus. I was like, I'm so sorry. You came to the Red Bank show last year. I just thought you lived there.
Yeah, it's fair.
I had no idea. He's like, no, it's all good. But yeah,
how far away is that?
He drove like an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
Not terrible.
Not terrible.
A little bit of a drive.
No wonder he couldn't come to the show. He's
right.
Like, yeah, getting a sitter, might be tough. But
yeah. Golfing for 5 hours, driving 2 there and back, and going one more time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I felt so bad about that. But
so did you go to the Atlantic City show the next day?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
So at first day golfing, we are, we're having a little match. He only plays with one club. I play with my entire bag.
Yeah.
But it was really even. It was really competitive because he is very good. I'm very average. And there's one hole. I spray my ball to the right a little bit. Spray. I sprinkle my ball to the right. And it's not quite all the way in the other hole, but I'm close. It's like, our cart path is near their cart path kind of thing. So we're rubbing shoulders with some other golfers. There's this guy I notice he's really looking at me. He's really taking a liking to me visually. We're like, maybe it's just the camera's out. Maybe he's intrigued by that.
Sure.
But I hit a shot, and afterwards he goes, is that Josh Kelly up there? Josh all the way up on the green. I was like, first of all, great vision. There's a lot of guys with beards who golf, so that's impressive. I was like, yeah, it is. And he's like, oh, I just texted him the other day. I know Josh. I'm like, oh, well, that's fun.
Interesting that he's here, not in Atlantic City where he's from.
Probably what he was thinking. I was like, that can't be Josh. He doesn't live anywhere near here.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, so then we all kind of get talking, and he's like, where are you from? I was like, I live in Kansas City. And he's like, oh, I'm going there Monday. I was like, oh, going to be a great game Monday. He's like, I know. I'm going to the game. I was like, oh, wow, no way. He's like, yeah, I got an extra field pass ticket if you want to come. I was like, field pass ticket?
Oh, let me think about this one. Okay. Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh. And so I get his number from Josh. And I was like, I might be going to the Chiefs game with a rando Monday night. How fun would that be? All because I, sprayed my ball to the right.
Yeah, it's fate.
Yeah. That is, I think, Friday golf. Then the next day, Josh is like, hey, my home course is Atlantic City Country Club. It's a really nice golf course. It's the home of the birdie, fun fact.
Really?
This golf course started in 1897. So they're the home to a lot of things. They're home of the birdie. They started the eagle. They started a lot of
when
things.
When you say mean they coined the phrase?
Coined the phrase, yep.
Okay, did you figure out how they got them?
Josh was a great tour guide.
Yeah.
He said back in the day, bird was a term for like the kind of the top notch of something. It was like ideal. It was great. So like even you might call like pretty girls. Like I saw some birds over there paying attention to you.
Bye birdie.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I guess someone like, that was a bird of a shot. That was a bird of a guy or a girl, whatever.
Okay.
I guess it was an adjective for like, that was a great one.
Yeah.
And so someone was like, that was a bird of a shot. Yeah, that was a birdie.
Okay.
And then I think after people liked birdie, like, let's keep with the bird theme.
Cool.
Let's go eagle.
And then who invented the bogey?
Don't know about bogey. Haven't gone to that course yet.
Yeah, that's
that was kind of a classic joke. Like Isaac. So Isaac got to golf with us the next day. We weren't filming anything, so Isaac came out and we had a blast together. The greens were, and it's a really nice course, so the greens are always faster. It's the stimp.
Oh, that's right, stimp radius.
The stimp meter. It was stimping off the charts.
Yeah, big stimp.
Big stimp energy.
Yeah.
And anyway, the greens are crazy fast. It was also incredibly windy, so I think it just like the ball is just scooting across the green. By far the fastest greens I've ever played on.
Which is bad.
It's just a little harder to adjust to.
Okay.
Some people, I think I'm kind of with them. Like, if you get used to it, putting on fast greens is kind of nice. You don't have to hit the ball as hard. There's less that can go wrong.
Right.
But, you got a downhill putt when it's really fast. It's so hard to stop it.
Slam one.
So I think Isaac 3-putted every single hole. He said that because Alan afterwards was like, dude, how was golf today? Isaac said he 3-putted every hole. I was like, yeah, it was awesome. But there was one hole where Isaac was on the green on like a par 5 and he was on there early and he's got a birdie putt and Isaac's going, I see why they call it the birdie here. He's popping off like, let me show you guys why they started the birdie here. And he ends up making a double bogey. And so they were all just giving a hard time. Like, I think the double bogey started here too.
Yeah, there you go.
It was pretty fun. But I'm going to take a quick swig.
I like the idea of, bringing back the word bird. Like, dude, it was a bird of a weekend.
Dude, I had a weekend bird.
Yeah.
Nonstop bird.
Catherine did such a good job planning that birthday party. That was a birthday party.
That's my bird.
That's my bird right there, dude.
My bird.
Yeah. That scooter I rode, it was a nice scooter, dude. It was a bird.
That's a bird scooter, man. Atlantic City Country Club, really nice. That course is on like 2K golf, whatever.
Oh, cool.
It's one of the courses you can play with.
Fun.
And found, this is kind of embarrassing. I'm on hole 3. I noticed something kind of itchy. Something feels weird in my pants. In my joggers, there's a sock in there.
Oh.
That was kind of a bummer.
Where at?
Behind the knee.
Uh-huh.
I've never had
that's where they usually are.
Clothes inside of other clothes before, much less like at 2 p.m. It's been my whole day. I had a sock inside of me.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing. I just unbuttoned my pants and just
get
my arm in there. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I think I would have tried to go down the bottom.
Tight elastic.
Yeah, it is tight elastic. Were they Romex?
No.
Okay. Well, GRKC 20.
Sorry. I should have said yes. Dang it.
That's funny though. Like just the idea of having anything in your pants.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. It's like just having something on backwards or the
I
tag
just
out.
left it in there.
Yeah, it wasn't really annoying. It was soft. It was nice, but it's like now I just feel off balance.
Yeah, it's super like those socks, man. Like I don't know about your socks, but my socks are heavy, dude.
I could never have like one earring somewhere. I would just feel off balance. I would always it's got to be symmetrical. Got to have one on both.
So let's get you 2 earrings.
I would do 2 earrings. I would do 4 earrings.
What would it take for you to get 2
I would do one right in the center.
Would you?
Do they do them right here? Rudolph earrings?
Oh.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah. Just right in that would hurt so bad.
That would hurt.
Just
I need to be put under.
Hole.
Oh, it's so sensitive right there.
Oh my gosh. I would never.
You don't see anyone. I mean, people are getting pierced in a lot of places. You don't see right here.
I bet
I could go with the bull piercing.
Yeah. Do the bull piercing.
What's that called? I almost said scrotum, but it's not the scrotum. What is it called? The nectum.
Septum?
Septum.
Is that what it is?
I was close.
Yeah. Ums.
Yeah, ums. And with an S?
I want to get
right in the center.
I just was thinking we could just, right in the middle wherever Lance Armstrong got his. I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Pulled out my pants?
Yeah. Whoa!
Wait.
I got a sock down there. You're happy to see me. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Just septum. Septum's the word. Those words are close.
Deviated septum.
Yeah, I got a deviated scrotum. That's hilarious. I know you're thinking you got a nose job. No, I had to have it. I have a deviated scrotum.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Timon, close your ears. Tim, close your ears.
Trying to think if there's anything else from Lake City. I don't know. It was just fun. It was good to golf with Josh. He's just the nicest guy, and it's fun to talk shop. Because the last time I saw him, I didn't have mood swings. I was just like a fan and a friend and fellow content creator. But now we're going to talk about like, I don't know, Callaway deals and his TaylorMade, whatever.
Wow.
And he's with Roback, and we're talking about that. And talking about bad birdies and I swear it's just fun to talk with people doing similar things.
Right. Yeah. Just like to be able to like go to the next level. Like you don't have to explain like, well, here's how this works. And it's just like, oh yeah, Sunday Swagger. We both know exactly what that is. Let's talk more about it. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about another sponsor, EveryLife.
Yeah.
How about it? We're excited to tell you about a brand new diaper company.
Oh, they followed me on Instagram today.
That's fun.
Take that.
They believe, we believe, everybody believes, every baby is a miracle from God, no matter the color of their skin, socioeconomic background.
I like the reason. Socioeconomic background.
I'm struggling. Or the circumstances of their conception. Created by parents and for parents, EveryLife launched this summer with a simple mission to provide premium diaper products for every baby. And while EveryLife is known for its high-performing diapers that are supremely soft and free of harsh chemicals, it's their stance on life that's most incredible. They believe that every baby is a miracle from God who deserves to be loved, protected, supported. Even more exciting, they're committed to giving back to pro-life organizations and pregnancy resource centers in urgent need.
Giving back.
Sorry.
No, it's funny. It's funny. Giving back. It's a bummer. I hate podcasting anything under perfect conditions.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer. But go to everylife.com for diaper and wipe bundles delivered right to your door. And feel good knowing every purchase changes lives. That's everylife.com. Use our promo code GRKC to get 10% off your first order today. Go get some diapers. I think we talked about it last episode. Make it a gift, a very practical gift.
They will be used.
They will be used.
Yeah.
Get them wipes. Get yourself some wipes. Are you too proud to wipe yourself?
I'm not.
I'll wipe myself.
I wipe myself every day.
Yeah.
Why not wipe it with EveryLife?
Yeah.
Every wife.
Every wipe.
Every wife.
Giving back.
EveryLife.com.
God, another EveryLife diaper
and
sold.
It's gone. Hey.
Another one out the warehouse.
Oh my goodness, dude. Let's see. What else are we going to talk about, Jacob?
You got some?
Yeah, I got really close to running out of gas yesterday. I thought it was going to be my first time ever running out of gas. So yesterday I drove to and from Fayetteville, Arkansas to deliver a table.
Yeah, we both had long travel days yesterday. Yours was probably even worse than mine because you had to physically drive it. I didn't have to fly the plane.
Let's not compare. Yeah, you're right. I think mine is definitely worse because you got to nap on your flights.
Yeah.
But it's so stupid like how exhausting travel in general is.
Yeah.
Like it's so justified, but it's at the same time you say it on paper, you're like, I sat in a lot of different places today and walked around a little bit and I am exhausted.
Oh yeah. By 10 p.m. I was wiped.
You're done.
I was every wiped.
Yeah. I went to Fayetteville to deliver some tables. Sorry for my Fayetteville friends. I didn't hang out with you. I was trying to get back for the Chiefs game. So, but I gassed up before I left. Win of the week. I'll tell you on Wednesday with Fayetteville. But I gassed up before I left, went to Fayetteville, was driving home, noticed I was pretty low on gas, and then got a FaceTime call from Catherine and the kids. And so was FaceTiming them probably somewhat, it was pretty harsh conditions. It was raining pretty hard. I was driving a trailer in a place I didn't really know the directions of. So I was kind of just all over the place. And then before I know it, I looked down and I've like left Fayetteville in Northwest Arkansas like that, like the city basically. And I'm in the middle of nowhere and I see the light that says, hey, your gas is low. And I'm like, I got to go. I was distracted by my family basically. And I look and there's a gas station in 14 miles.
Oh, would have loved to seen that a little closer.
Yeah, 100%. And it was like, and I don't know, I didn't check behind me. I didn't see how close the one was behind me or whatever. But like, I was like, I think I can make it. But I bet those gas lights come on with like 1.5 maybe gallons left.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what your or emergency gas tank says, but
backup gas tank.
But I was like, oh man, I think I can make it. But I was like, I'm pulling a trailer. I bet I'm getting like 12 to 14 miles a gallon.
The trailer.
Yeah. And so I immediately turn off, everything. I unplugged like my phone charger.
All systems are not go.
Yeah. I like turned off my radio. I was like, I don't know what causes this.
You turned off the radio. I don't know what causes this.
I don't know what like electricity like really does. Because, dude, like, it's amazing.
If it's life or death, yeah, it's like, why not? I can go without the radio for 14 miles.
100%. And it's amazing. Like, so I was getting closer and closer to this Cinex, whatever you say, Scrotex. And so but I was like 3.5 miles, and I thought to myself, I think it's like every little bump or anything, you're thinking like, oh, there it goes.
It's gonna splash around.
Depleting. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's done. And so I was starting to feel it, and I was like 3.5 miles. What would I do? I was like, I think I would walk, but I was like, I don't know. I can only walk a 16-minute.
You're starting to go down that path.
Yeah, I was. I was like, do I call AAA? Is that faster? Whatever. And so it's amazing when you're about to run out of gas on the highway, like how much of a difference 1 minute can make. Because like,
dude, I'm imagining myself like no radio. I am hyper focused, and I see everything. I see every pothole. I see every driver.
Oh.
I see every turn off. I see every like,
dude.
I
was so conscious of like, okay, if it starts dying, I got to pull over really fast because somebody's behind me.
How far is someone behind me?
Or it's like, okay, we're going on a hill. I can't accelerate too fast up the hill, but I can't go too slow, or else that's good. Or I'm going down the hill. Do not press anything.
Dude, my first truck. My first car ever had a issue with it, and it did have the 2 gas tanks. So that was nice.
Awesome.
Gasoline, we were fine, but it had an oil pressure issue, which like if you just drove it too long or too hot, it it takes me back to being stressed while driving.
Yeah,
and I hated that feeling. Yeah,
and so I was just like, literally every mile, it's like, okay, that's a win. Like every 30 seconds of like a half mile walking versus a half mile driving 70 miles an hour.
Keep this up.
Is way different, and so. Pull in, and I made it, but I was so prepared. I think we talked with Rachel and Catherine on the podcast one time about like both of them have run out of gas multiple times, and I gave them such a hard time. I was like, how do you do that?
How does that ever happen?
And I was like, they must have been FaceTiming their families. I think that's what it was. So
that'll get you. I bet Rachel probably was. That sounds right.
So that I didn't have a first of that, but I did have a first of something else on the road, sort of.
Okay.
Not yesterday, but. I mentioned the other day that I was cutting off those limbs from my tree.
Yeah. With
so,
a reciprocator fraction?
Yep, reciprocating saw. And so that night, I got all the limbs and put them in my truck to go take them, to throw them away. And so I like pulled my truck up to like the side of my house where all the limbs were. So I was like parked on the side of the street, Jake. And some of these limbs were decently big, like probably 10 feet long or something, like pretty big, not like super heavy or whatever. But I like was lifting them up, throwing them in the back of my like truck bed, and I noticed there's like a street sign, like a 25 mile per hour speed limit sign, right next to these limbs. And dude, I don't know how, because I barely touched this thing, but it folded like it fell so fast and so hard.
You knocked it over?
I defiled a speed.
I thought you were gonna say you ran it, and you were gonna tell me how fast you were.
No. What it was like one of those like a speed limit 25 sign. And
okay.
So it's currently like flat in our yard. Do I steal
just like a metal speed limit sign?
Dude, I think Bo could have pushed it over. Bo tackled Hattie hard. I think Bo could have like absolutely. It was unbelievable how easy it fell.
So which thing fell? Just the entire like metal pole and
yeah,
everything?
the whole metal pole just bang right on the ground.
Yikes.
And I was kind of pushing up against it a little bit with these tree limbs, but not. I could push hard. I wasn't pushing that hard. I don't know if it was just like the leverage of the tree limbs or what, but yeah, it fell pretty hard. And I just texted Catherine. I was like, I just freaking, I don't know what I said. I just freaking pushed down a speed limit sign. Like, what? Like, yeah. So that was a first.
Huh?
How
do you feel now?
I feel like I want to take it and put it in our studio. And then just call the city and be like, I don't know what happened, but there's a street
You're
sign.
the one who calls the city.
Yeah.
Dang, you're a bad boy.
I am a bad boy.
Knocking stuff over.
Yeah. So that was my first street sign.
That is kind of funny. What'd you do with the branches?
I don't want to tell you.
Okay.
Bad boy number 2. No, I just took him to a dumpster. Threw him away.
Just like a trash dumpster?
Yeah, I have a few connections that are like, yeah, you can dump in here.
Yeah, you can trash it.
You can dump in here, while you're dumping, reserve Airbnbs for a while. Yeah.
Get your branches in here.
Yeah, there's a spot pretty close that's like, yeah, that's fine. No problem. So cut them up a little bit and threw them in there.
Good for
Thought
you.
about burning, but I'm not that country yet.
Burning's fun, but yeah, we're
It is
not.
fun. Yeah. A lot of our neighbors do it.
That makes me feel better too, because I want to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Technically, you're
okay.
supposed to like call the city. Who cares, dude?
You're also not supposed to knock down speed limit signs.
And guess what? People do it all the time on accident.
It's actually very common to do that. It's not a huge deal.
Oh man.
Timon,
Yeah.
update us. What's going on? What's going on with homeschool these days? Are we learning anything? Are we going to school?
I'm not going to school. I feel like I'm doing kind of the bare minimum at this point.
Okay.
Because I'm just like trying to finish, but also trying to like do other life stuff. But yeah, I'm doing basically 2 subjects right now: history and physics.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
I liked physics. It was kind of math. No,
Chemistry was math.
never mind. Physics sucks.
physics is kind of fun though. It's just like watching these videos and then like answering a bunch of questions.
Okay.
So
That does sound like a blast.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And then
What can you let us know? What kind of units are you in? What specifically are you learning in history, physics right now?
right now I'm learning about in physics like electrical stuff. Like the last lesson was like a lot about outlets and like why the specific like holes are in there for like, this reason and stuff.
Ooh, GFCI.
Sure.
Grounded.
Grounded for contamination issues.
Right. That's yeah. Yep. And then history is basically just like history and literature, like reading books and like that are kind of like historically based, and then answering questions again. They're based.
Yeah.
They're
Based.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
That history class sounds like what Rachel and Catherine do all the time in their book club. Like read old books.
Yeah, basically.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Right now I'm reading Around the World in 80 Days.
Oh, they made a movie of that, FYI, so don't read the book, just watch the movie.
Right.
Jackie Chan?
Same thing.
Yeah, wasn't it?
I never saw it.
Me neither.
I don't know. What's that book about?
This guy, I'm only like a couple chapters in,
Ah, okay.
but it's this guy who's like this eccentric, like very calculated, like very, very just like everything that he does is very specific and like particular. And then he like randomly makes a bet that he can go around the world in 80 days
Cool.
and just leaves that night.
Hot air balloon?
No, I haven't gotten to it.
Well,
then. Maybe.
Way to spoil it. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I don't even know.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be cool, I think.
Yeah.
It'll be sick.
Are you a reader?
I feel like in like the last several years, I just haven't had as much time to read and like haven't cared as much to. But like, man, when I was like from probably age like 4 to 12, I was
Yeah.
just reading all the time.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. I feel like guys just don't read as much as girls.
Why is
Yeah.
that?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I would love to figure it out because I think it's great to read, and I would love to read more myself.
Same.
Yeah, I think I'm going to bring the Kindle to Australia. I think we're going to get some reading in.
Good.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Little vacation. Let's talk about Good Ranchers real quick.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They got a fun little new deal going on for you guys. So listen up. Okay?
Okay.
Listen. You guys, listen. Let's talk gift boxes, okay? You've
Okay.
heard of stockings, you've heard of presents. But let's talk gift boxes.
Okay.
Okay. Basically, right now they're doing these gift boxes. They have right now they're doing for the month of December 10% off. I know it's not December yet, but
Yeah,
gift boxes. Everyone's gonna get 10% off these gift boxes. But with our code GRKC, you're getting an additional 10% off the gift boxes. So you can gift a one-time gift box. You can choose to give the gift that keeps on giving with a subscription. Now that would be something else.
I would be so pumped.
Give someone a meat subscription.
Yep.
For a present.
Yep.
So
Just beef though, right? Is it all they offer?
Brad, we went over this. We've went over this. No, they have all sorts of stuff. They have steak.
Okay.
They have beef. They have ground beef. They have chicken. Wild wild caught seafood.
Oh, wait.
Anything else I didn't mention?
Bacon.
Bacon, yeah. Plenty of bacon. Plenty of pork.
Yep. Juicy burgers.
Juice burgers. So yeah, check out. Holy cow, it snuck up on me. Check out goodrangers.com. Check out their gift boxes. Consider getting one for yourself. Hey, treat yourself. I'm not saying you can't gift yourself a little box.
Absolutely.
Maybe give someone else one. You're going to get 10% off, then an additional 10% off with our code. So now's the time. You can enjoy free shipping, 100% satisfaction guarantee on every order. Good Ranchers is American meat delivered. So
it is.
Support Christmas. Support Americans.
Yep.
Support yourself.
And it is available.
I kind of want to get my dad a gift box.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I believe
it's also I get to eat it. So
do it.
Win-win.
It is available. Win. Yeah, it doesn't have to just be December, I don't think. I think it's after Black Friday, basically.
Cool.
So this sale's going on. So check them out. American Meat Delivered.
GoodRanchers.com.
Yeah, baby.
Yeehaw. GRKC.
Yeehaw, brother. Man, I'm getting worse. I'm getting worse.
Last thing I'll probably mention, I just enjoyed the shows so much this weekend. I feel like all the crowds were so good. It was so fun. It felt so easy. There was one show I put on it was cold. So I was like, I'm just going to perform in a sweatshirt. I don't think it matters a ton how I look.
Okay.
And realized I actually left my Apple Watch on because it was like covered up. Normally I like swap out the watch for like a little nicer thing to perform in. And back in the day, I probably mentioned this on the podcast, year and a half, 2 years ago, when I used to perform, I liked every now and then performing my Apple Watch because I liked seeing what my heart rate was like.
Oh, yeah.
While performing, because it used to go up and spike a little bit, I think just with the adrenaline performing. And it was kind of fun to see this time there was no change.
Really?
Yeah, into like performing and coming off stage. It was as if I was just standing. It was like my normal standing heart rate.
That's amazing. That's
I was surprised. I was like, surely I'm still feeling something.
Yeah.
Right? But I was just very calm, I guess.
Good for you.
Just walk in the park.
That is crazy.
I know. I was like, that was fun that I left that on to see that. That was pretty cool.
You should do ultra marathons. You're in shape. That's wild.
Backyard ultras. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. Another thing that was fun is the second night of the tour we had a double header. So Trey to Lucas and I.
That means you do two shows in one night. Time.
Yeah, baseball term.
Yeah.
So Trey was like, hey, let's try and like really be like on our times and like Lucas, you do like don't go over, Jake don't go over kind of thing. So it's like I'm going to give you I will go right at 20 minutes. Watch this. So Tom timed us. So then it became this little competition.
Yeah.
And so the first night, I think Trey went over, which Trey, I mean, he's allowed. You do whatever you want. Who cares? But I think he went over like a minute or two or something. Lucas was over like 40 seconds and I was only over 8 seconds.
Nice.
So we nailed that. But they were like, all right, now we know. All right, second show. It's the real deal. Lucas goes over, I think like 15 seconds.
Okay.
The second show, I went under 3 seconds.
Wow.
1957. It's the best thing I've ever done.
That's amazing.
I got it right at 1957, and we agreed it's the absolute value. It's not Price is Right rules.
Okay.
This is the absolute value from the time you're supposed to do.
The
How
deviation.
close can you get? Yeah, the deviation. And Trey gets pretty close to it. Obviously, Trey has it much harder. He's doing 3 times the length that I am.
Right.
And so he would try to call a shot. He's like, all right, this seems like a pretty good crowd. I'm gonna go 63 minutes. Like, all right, 63, here we go. And we see how close he can get. And then it'd be funny, like, Trey just gets done doing an amazing show, standing ovation, incredible crowd. He comes off, Tom, how'd he do? 64-18. He's like, and then we're all bummed. I was like, that show sucked. Dang it.
Yeah, it's over. It's ruined.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing? But it was fun. So the whole weekend, that's what I was definitely the most into it, probably because I was having the most success, but Tom loved it too. He's like, I'm glad that you're so into this because Tom was enjoying timing all of us. And so there was one show too where it was like, it wasn't a doubleheader. I didn't feel like I needed to be as tight, but it was still a great crowd. And I knew when I came off stage, I was like, dang it, Tom. I was like, I bet I went 28 seconds over. I bet I'm 20:28. And he was like 20:32. I was like, I knew it. I knew I was like around that time. So getting real dialed in now.
That's crazy. I would imagine I would be so fluctuated. Like I would do one show where I did 7 minutes and the next show where I do 19 and not even know.
And then I'd run out of gas.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So is this just literally a matter of like, you just know how long like material takes and stuff?
Because you're doing crowd work and stuff too.
Yeah. I don't know. You just get a sense for like how long this takes and
you have the turtle clock kind of.
Dang. That comes so not naturally to me.
Right.
I wonder how long it would take to like, kind of like get a sense for it.
Yeah, that was just a fun little wrinkle. We've never done that before, but it was a good time. And I didn't have socks in my jeans the whole time I performed, so I was nice and balanced.
Yeah. Great.
Do you have a review of the week, Brad?
Oh, do I?
I got 2 I want to choose from. Really like both of them.
My review is actually for a different podcast.
Oh, okay.
So I look at our reviews, and then sometimes I'll scroll down and it'll say, you might also like, and there's these different podcasts. One of them is called Correct Opinions. So I'm like, what are people reviewing on Correct Opinions these days? And dude, this unreal negative review on Correct Opinions that I just had to read to you. It's a 2-star review. So at least he's a little bit fair here.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not going to give him a 1-star review. I'm sorry that I honestly, Timon, can you read this for me?
Sure.
How quickly can you pull it up, or do you want me to send it to you?
If you could send it to me, that'd be cool. I don't even know how to see reviews. Like,
you have
how
that.
do you
have safe search on. Let's see. Sorry, Timon.
It's okay.
Jake, you read yours, I guess, first if you want to. Or
Okay. There's 3 really good ones. One's even talking about Friday Poo. I mean, I'm slowly going to get to all these, I guess. Okay.
go blow my nose.
Go bum my nose. Okay, right on. I'm going to say, my name is Levi from Boise, Idaho. And I have to say, I put off checking out this podcast for far too long. I have a tennis podcast and a soccer podcast. Whoa, this guy's sporty.
Wow.
Oh, that I listen to. I should have read the rest of the sentence. Okay. I have a tennis podcast and soccer podcast that I listen to regularly. Still, though, that's okay. And so I thought about adding another pod to the mix would be too much. But boy, I was wrong. Wow. Eventually made my way to this podcast after many a plug at the end of Gene Schwartz videos on YouTube. And I distinctly remember the moment when I realized that you guys are hilarious and I won't be able to not listen to episodes anymore going forward. Oh, it's fun. It was when Jake was chatting about an Uber driver in North Carolina who gawked at how much the price of homes had gone up in her local area. And then you guys just riffed on that for about 5 minutes. I was laughing harder and harder as you went on because it was so relatable to the way that everyone gets so annoyed with how expensive their cities have gotten, yet can flip a switch instantly and defend how amazing their city is because of X, Y, and Z. Anyway, keep doing what you guys are doing. And Timon, my contacts prescription is -6, so you could have it worse.
Do better. Mine's -8.5.
Ew.
And -9.
Levi.
Ew.
No, I feel your pain.
That's fun. Shout out Levi. Thanks for basically he finally enough Gene Schwartz plugs. He finally checked it out. So.
Good. That's encouraging.
At least we got one.
Sometimes I'm like, do we need to put? Yeah, that's cool.
We got one.
Cool.
Levi, that's real nice. Appreciate it. Mike, I really enjoyed your review too. T. Coleman really enjoyed your review too.
We'll get there.
Taylor. Okay.
All right, Timon.
All right.
This is gonna be even greater. Read it from Timon.
Here goes.
This is a Correct Opinions review, and it just cracked me up.
All right. The review is called Step Above Airport Noise. This show honestly blows. I only tolerate it because it's generally clean language and I need something to kill time at the airport. But the subject matter is boring and not that funny. I'd rather watch 10 hours of diners, drive-ins, and dives with no commercials than follow this show.
With no commercial. Well, that's not fair.
Well,
no commercials makes that show way better.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'll unfollow 100% after I find a better show. Okay.
That's kind of funny. Yeah.
But he's not done yet.
Yeah.
He's still, it's one step above airport noise.
It's still his best show. He hasn't found anything better yet. So that's good.
Hey, would only recommend to white women who resent their marriages, since that's the vibe Trey puts out.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe to sons who are disappointments for their fathers. The way Trey talks, you know his dad only let him hold the flashlight. The hype man / co-host is kind of funny.
Hype man.
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
He's kind of funny. But then I saw he looked like a 12-year-old trapped by a wizard's curse for the last 300 years.
That's great.
Seriously, the hype man looks like my church's poster for recognizing abuse in families.
Oh,
that's
goodness.
a good. That's specific.
Trey Kennedy is the voice for oppressed white women everywhere. Trey's hype man is bound by the laws of leprechaun magic.
Bound by the laws. He can only do so much.
To hype Trey Kennedy up until Trey gives him the last nugget of gold. Or defeats Trey in an anticlimactic death match in a pool of lemon curd pudding.
What in the world?
I don't even know. I heard that Trey's wife gave him the nickname anticlimactic pool of lemon curd pudding after their honeymoon. If you have a low IQ, consult with your doctor whether you should listen to this show or not.
Amazing.
Wow.
Well
written.
And the fact that he continues to listen. Like he just absolutely hated on this thing, but he's like, but I can't find anything else.
I 100%. Seriously, guys, I'm done.
Yeah.
Once I find something better, which I have not been able to find yet.
Someday he's going to realize the Hype Man has another podcast. He's going to listen to it, and then 4 years later, he's going to get to this episode and be like, I'm pretty sure that was my review.
Hype Man is so funny. That's yeah.
You're bound by leprechaun magic.
By the laws of it. I can only do so much.
Yeah, who knew that was?
That guy, yeah, he's a creative writer.
Yeah, it's not bad. Tell me if this is a bad idea, Jake. Maybe a slippery slope. Kind of like the whole like review us, but say things that aren't really accurate towards.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be kind of funny if people reviewed us for a while and just roasted us, but gave us 5 stars. Good or bad?
I mean, are they actually going to roast us?
Maybe. I don't know. Bad idea. You don't like it.
I know. I think there's
slippery slope.
I think there's some people who would not do a good job like that guy did, and it would just be mean. But I think some people would do an amazing job.
Yeah.
So if you think you can do an amazing job, go for it.
Okay.
Just make sure it's 5 stars.
Just be good. Yeah. Be funny about it. Or don't. Just say nice things because we really like those things the most.
If it's funny, then it'll probably get right on the podcast. So there's your incentive.
Anyway. That's fun.
Brad, do you have any reviews this week?
That was my review.
Cool. What about jingles?
Dang it. I don't have my jingles. I need to do the jingles from now. It's like Christmas season, we'll say. Thanksgiving's over. I need to do Christmas jingles for the advertisements, but I forgot. So we're going to do it next time.
Gonna do it in Hawaii, I guess.
Fun. With TJ.
Fun.
Oh, or whoever.
Who has special guest?
Special guest.
Special G.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Hopefully you're feeling better anyway. This is not ideal singing conditions.
It's not. But listen to this.
It's not.
Oh.
Still
got it. Dude, let's talk about this for 5 seconds.
Cool.
5 minutes maybe. I was hanging out with my friend Thomas yesterday in Fayetteville for just a second while I delivered some stuff to his business, Walker Brothers. And he's all about conspiracy stuff, and I don't listen to anything like that. I'm not into that stuff. But he was telling me about this thing. Basically, back in the day, apparently, all these like high up, powerful people got together and decided to change the tone of the note of A, the A note.
I haven't heard this conspiracy.
Yeah, maybe look it up, time, and see if you can find a little more. A note,
okay,
change it, frequency, conspiracy, or something like that. Basically, to where now, like it changed a little bit of the frequency, or changed something to where now it's more like dissonant, and therefore it like elicits a different reaction out of people than it used to.
Interesting. There's so many conspiracies, they just lack motive, though. It's like that. I don't know.
I don't know what the motive. I forget exactly what he said for that, but yeah, it's just a very interesting thought of like, A, how do you even think of that, and why do you think that's like a big deal?
And B, that's the wrong note. It's A.
It's B flat. Do you see anything, Timon?
Yeah, it says apparently it's like A at 432 hertz versus A at 440 hertz.
That's what I'm saying too.
It's like apparently 432 is like a soothing and like nice sound, but 440 was supposedly introduced by like
imposed by the Nazis. I'm seeing to manipulate their enemies
to make them feel like anxious or something.
Yeah, Thomas did say something about like if you play this, it'll like bring out aggression or something like that.
I have heard something about how like at Hitler's speeches, like before he spoke, they would like play on like speakers somehow like this like low to like frequency you couldn't really hear, but it like subconsciously made you feel like anxious,
agitated,
then,
or something.
Right when he started speaking, they would turn it off.
Really?
So I see.
So he would be like, it'd be like subconsciously better when he's speaking.
Like a relief.
Good, Hitler's here.
Yeah. Interesting. That's wild.
This is saying that Jimi Hendrix, John Lennon, Bob Marley, and Prince all agreed to tune their music to a specific frequency of 432 hertz.
Oh, so it's
also known as the beat of the earth.
So they were the powerful people.
It's a substantial healing benefits.
What does that even mean?
And ancient Egyptian and Greek instruments were discovered tuned to 432 hertz.
I don't even understand. Like, what is that? What is it? How do you do that?
I don't know. This also, it goes on to debunk it and say, however, since 1953, all music has been tuned to 440 hertz. This frequency has no scientific relationship with our universe.
Huh.
Sure.
Yeah. Where'd you find that? Google? Anyway, all right. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Yeah.
That's a fun little conspiracy.
Yeah, kind of an interesting.
Doesn't really hurt anybody.
Or does it?
You tell me. Agitated?
You tell me right now.
Hey.
Timon, go back and post and play that note the entire time until we get to the conspiracy.
Until this part. You're like, oh, what a relief.
Something about this episode was just really bugging me.
Until the end.
Yeah.
Now I love them.
That's so interesting.
We're Hitler.
No, we're not.
Oh.
We've always said we're not going to do that.
Well,
We've always said that.
Okay. Timon, don't put it in post then.
Yeah. Mind podcast.
Mine podcast. All right. Thanks for listening, you guys. We'll be back Wednesday, and then you'll have Thanksgiving.
Yes. Love you guys.
That's how it works.
Ghostrunners podcast.